Our brains are amazing things. They allow us to walk up and down stairs without crashing into a pile at the bottom, something it's taken decades for robots to master. They allow us to sense when our loved one is feeling slightly down by noticing the very tiniest imperceptible muscle movements in their faces. They allow us to learn new languages and how to use artificial limbs as if they were our own. Now, I don't want to take away from our incredible brains. They really are incredible. But our brains are also bizarrely dumb at times. We have biases and instinctual drivers and beliefs that can get us into all sorts of trouble. It has been shown that we can sometimes edit our memories over time without knowing it until they become almost completely false. We have an innate evolutionary fear of people who are different from ourselves, which can lead to racism, sexism, and a whole host of other isms. We also trick ourselves all the time into thinking we are making rational choices when we really aren't. You see, we are evolutionary beings who have a whole set of safety mechanisms to help us survive until tomorrow. These mechanisms are great for stopping us being killed by saber-toothed tigers or dying of starvation, but they aren't so good at helping us to live healthy lives or empathise with a stranger. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Peace Prize-winning psychologist and economist, theorised that we have two systems of thinking. System 1 is our intuitive thinking that helps us to walk downstairs without thinking, or tells us to drink something because we're thirsty. But it also tells us to eat McDonald's whenever we want, because it knows that eating a high-fat and carbohydrate diet will stop you dying of hunger, for today anyway. But then you've got System 2. System 2 thinking is our logical brain, which crunches the numbers and comes up with wise and thought-through ideas, such as, what do I write on the job application to get the job? Or, if I eat healthily and go to the gym for the next 6 months, I will feel healthier and better about myself, and I will enjoy that feeling in the future. The problem is that System 1 is our go-to system. It is quick, it is energy efficient, and it is loud. It shouts in our brains saying, eat that, kiss that, say this, watch one more Netflix episode, and another one, etc. Whereas it takes a lot more effort and energy to activate our much slower and more energy intensive System 2. Now, I'm not saying at all that our System 1 is bad. We need it. It does an amazing job. I don't want to have to manually tell my legs to lift one after the other to go up the stairs. But it does cause a lot of issues, especially when it comes to trying to forge future success. The reason is that our intuitive thoughts are usually trying to make us feel good now, today. But it takes really conscious thought and action to work on helping us feel good in 5, 10, or even 50 years. So what relevance does all of this have to entrepreneurship? One of the core approaches of a good entrepreneur is to take ownership of their future. Forge a path of dedication, resilience and fulfillment. But this often requires using your System 2 to override your System 1. Overcoming the fear of the unknown with good quality planning. Overcoming the cravings of the now with the promise of reward in years to come. Developing a passion for making a difference so that people will believe in your products or work. The key here is to set aside time to really reflect and develop your own well-being and self-understanding. There is a reason why so many lottery winners report being unhappy only a few years later, or sometimes even months. And that's because they haven't set up their lives to understand and prepare for what it takes to live a long-term successful life. Learn to question your biases and your unhelpful beliefs, and develop quality relationships, both personally and professionally. A network is essential for any entrepreneur. Anyone who wishes to be successful needs to think about the whole picture. Success includes health, well-being, fulfillment, quality of life, not just money. They all need equal attention, and they should all be factored into your plans for success.